Hello, I'm Mariah Ramharak and welcome to this week's episode of In Case You Missed It on SportsMax and CEEN TV. Well, the Trinidad and Tobago Legions, they created history last weekend, capturing the inaugural West Indies Breakout League with a 17-run win over the Leeward Islands Thunder. Now, the home side, they posted 181 for 5 in their 20 overs after being sent into bat at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy in Tarouba. Well, the visitors, they fell just short of their target, finishing on 164 for 9 at the end of their allotted 20 overs. Today, I'm so pleased to be chatting with the captain of the winning team, Trinidad and Tobago's very own Joshua De Silva. Josh, welcome to the show. How are you doing? Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me, first of all. Yeah, it was a great tournament for us, and yeah, just really excited. Still don't have many words to describe the feeling of it, winning the first one, but it was really good.
Yeah, but I would say to you, it's been a week. I feel like you had enough time to talk to your friends and family to, of course, soak up that win. What type of feeling is it? Because, you know, it's going to go down in history, the winners of the first T20 Breakout League, and it's a good look for the TNT Legions.
Yeah, we talked about it at the start of the tournament where we wanted to be the first team to win the trophy. It's the inaugural tournament, so we're at home as well in front of our own crowd. We wanted to showcase our talent, most importantly, but also bring home the trophy. And yeah, I've had a bit of time thinking about it, and it's definitely up there with the wins that I've had in my career so far.
Yeah, creating history for your country, of course. Now, that final, I have to say, first of all, I was on the edge of my seat because it had everything in it. I'd say it was thrilling, right? But what I noticed, and I think it's a good feeling if you're a part of the team, it was a complete team effort. We had both the bowlers and the batters stepping up to the task. What would you say as a skipper?
Yeah, it was definitely a complete team effort. Even throughout the whole tournament, there was never one person doing the job in any particular game. Everybody came together. A different person in each game put up their hand to get the results that we wanted. And yeah, in the final, it went really well with the bat. We didn't start as well with the ball that we wanted, but we knew the quality of spinners we had to come in. We also had quality of overseas with Johan Lane and Kenny Clark, but I mean, the opening order for Leeward Islands, they came guns blazing and definitely gave us a little scare in the beginning. So, but Navin, who's been really good all tournament, Jed Goolie, they came in and they really turned it around for us.
Yeah, and in your role, Joshua, what would you say was your biggest takeaway from leading these bunch of guys? Like, what did you learn as well? Because I feel like even though sometimes we're put in leadership positions, you always walk away learning something.
Yeah, it's another opportunity to build my knowledge as a skipper, to captain these guys is a different challenge. Obviously, it's the Breakout League, so a lot of younger guys, they're a bit more energetic, a little more harder to deal with. You got to keep them a little more on their wings. So, but it was a really good experience. For me, it was just about being able to captain my country in another format and learn from Riyadh in a different format as well. I learned a lot. There's so much things that you can say that you've learned, but I think just being involved with these guys in the first time they had the tournament and that opportunity to captain in T20 and the pressure that it brings in those high like pressure situations was definitely what I took away in learning how to deal with them better.
Yeah, and what about you, Joshua De Silva? What about your own performances? Because, you know, at times when placed in a leadership role, you're so busy taking care of everybody else that sometimes, and I'm not saying this is the case with you, but I've seen in various instances where some players' performances suffer. But I think you had a good run. What would you say about the assessment of yourself?
Yeah, I thought I had a pretty decent tournament. Obviously, I'd always like to be better. Nobody's perfect, and not every game is going to go your way. I got a half century against Guyana, and then in the final, I got 40 or 30 not out, which was really good for me. I opened batting a few games. I batted 4 a few games. I batted 6 in the final. So yeah, it was good for me to showcase myself batting in different positions. Obviously, with CPL coming up, showcasing I can bat in different roles and doing different things for the team. So. Yeah, that's just what I'm mostly proud of, hoping I put my hand up and can get a pick in the draft.
Yeah, and you mentioned his name before, Jed Goolie. He was named player of the match. He ended with figures of 3 for 13. I'd ask you, how is it working alongside Jed? Because, you know, I've known this player for quite some time. To be very honest, I used to be around the Trinidad and Tobago cricket setup before I moved to Jamaica. And I would do like scoring from time to time within these cricket matches. And Jed was a lot younger back then. But Josh, he always stood out for me because he would always have these match-winning performances. Now I'm asking you in your capacity as skipper, how is it working alongside him?
He's a quality player. He brings all kinds of different qualities. He's a big joke on the field, off the field, so he brings that to the team as well. But nobody can doubt his ability to play cricket. He strikes the ball like a lot of international players. We always in training we tease him about how much sixes he hits in training, and we see it in the game. But as I said, not every game is gonna be your day. But yeah, he brings quality off spin. He's just a great person to work with, and yeah, he brings so much to the table in the team's aspect. So no, he's fantastic.
Yeah, good to hear that. And when we look at all the teams now, and it's good that the competition is over, so you know we can sit back now and really just analyze what happened. What would you say set this Trinidad and Tobago Legions team apart from the rest of the teams in the competition?
We were power packed. We had a team that I don't think anyone could beat on paper. The quality that we had, our bench alone was quality. So just for the 11 players on each game that was on the field was really good to see. And I think we played really good cricket. And I don't think we played our best cricket in any of the games, which was really good to see. But yeah, I think it's just we worked together. Our staff, Riyadh, Gibran. We had the analysts. Everybody played their part, which kind of made our job on the field easier. And we just had to go out there and do what we love, which is play cricket.
Yeah, you mentioned Riyadh Emirates a couple of times. Of course, we know what he did in his capacity as a player representing Trinidad and Tobago. Do you find, Josh, that, you know, because Riyadh Emirates would have played for his country before, he has that innate, you know, that love for country already. He understands the game because he would have gone through a lot of the things that you all are going through now. Does it make the task of working with him a bit easier?
Yeah, it does. I think he's a little closer to our era. He didn't stop playing too while ago. I think he played well into his 40s. So we tease him all the time being the uncle of the team. But the knowledge that he brings, the just everything that he has and offers, especially paired with Gibran, I think both of them, they butt heads a lot. But Riyadh and I butt heads from time to time. But he takes it hard on us, and he definitely wants the best for us and Trinidad cricket. Which is good to see.
Yeah, I think when you're disagreeing and butting heads, it means one, you're comfortable with each other, so you're sharing how you feel. And two, the most important one, I'd say you're passionate, which is important because in order to win competitions, you have to be passionate about what you want and, you know, what you love. So that's good to hear. Now, when this T20 Breakout League was introduced, a lot of people felt like this should have been done before because it's a way to plan for the future. It's an area where you can spot young talents, you know, from a very early age, and of course help groom them for the big team, the big Windies team. What are your overall thoughts on this Windies T20 Breakout League? Do you feel like that goal was achieved?
Yes, definitely a start. I don't think we've reached the end goal as yet. I think it needs to continue. Yeah, we say it could have happened before. Could have happened years ago, but it's here now, which is most important. I think the initiative was a great one and it was a big success. We saw a lot of young talent. They had 16-year-olds involved, 17-year-olds, people that probably will never get an opportunity to do this at that age, unless you're something special like a Joel Andrew got into CPL at 17. But to see all those guys and perform on the big stage as well was really good to see. And even for players like myself and Jed, and Amir especially, who's played CPL but not gotten the opportunities that they might have liked to showcase their talent in CPL. It was really good that we were able to go there and play all the games and get those experiences at T20 cricket, which is going to help us when we do get the opportunity in CPL and hopefully West Indies.
Now I'm going to switch the discussion a bit and ask you about you playing Test cricket now for the West Indies, and I know that must feel really good, but how much are you enjoying that as well?
Loving it. There's no other format I'd really want to play consistently other than Test cricket. I think the thrill it brings, the mental capacity it takes, everything about it is just, it's the pinnacle of cricket. When you're growing up watching cricket, you're watching the Brian Laras, the Chandler Pauls, even Kirk Ambrose I've watched on YouTube a bunch of times, just seeing what they did and what you can do in Test cricket and the joys of feeling a victory, like beating Australia, beating England, all those things, it just makes you want more. And yeah, it's definitely a feeling I don't want to give up.
And you know, because of what I do, I keep up with all the headlines, everything that you say, everything that everybody has to say in the sport. And your name, Joshua Da Silva, has been tossed around as one of the 6 names shortlisted for the West Indies Test team captaincy. If given the opportunity to lead, what will this mean to you?
I mean, it'll be an honor. It'll be something I probably would have hoped for but never expected. But it's not in my hands. I think I've done what I can do. I went back to first class cricket, scored runs, and yeah, I was vice captain for a little while. So again, it's not my decision. If I'm given the opportunity, I will gladly take it with both hands and represent the region as best as I can. And hopefully with Coach Sammy, we can take West Indies to a different level and start back getting people to love Test cricket again and watch us play. So yeah, it'll be an honor just to get that role and to hopefully do good things with it.
Yeah, well, we should find out very, very soon who that new Test captain is, and I can't wait as well to find out who that person will be. Now, I was looking at the numbers, right? And in your first 3 Test matches, you had a couple of half centuries, 57 against New Zealand, 92 against Bangladesh. How did that feel, you know, stepping up to the highest level and immediately getting good scores?
I mean, a bit of luck involved, a bit of hard training, a bit of everything. It happened a lot sooner than I probably expected. And in New Zealand, I was playing reserve on the A team. I went up as a reserve and played some A team cricket. Then I got a call that I have to go and meet the Test team, and yeah, it was a feeling that I'll never forget. I still remember getting the cap from Roger Harper and yeah, just enjoying it. Jason was really good at that time. Craig, all of them. It was a great experience watching these guys on TV and then being able to come into the international cricket and actually do well. It showed me like what I'm capable of and what I'm able to do. And yeah, then we went to Bangladesh and I kept the good form going, and it was great.
Yeah, and you spoke about a lot of hard work, you know, you said training and everything, and I'm thinking, you know, while you're training, how do you split the time you allocate between wicket keeping and batting practice? Because basically you're practicing for 2 roles, you're training for 2 roles, so how does that go?
Basically, I'm an all-rounder as well. Just don't ever ask me to bowl. I don't think I'll be very good. I've been begging Craig for the last 4 years to give me a bowl in Test cricket, but he's never come to allow me to get one over. But yeah, no, it's just obviously I love batting, so I guess majority of my time will go into batting, but keeping is always there. You got to work in it just as much as you probably want to bat more. You got to put any time and the effort, and I definitely try my best to. David Williams has been great in the Trinidad setup. Gibran now, who's just came in. And then even in the West Indies with Rayon Griffith, he's been exceptional. Nick Wilton, who's from England, he joined us for a little bit, and he's been really helpful as well. Still in touch with them and just working and sending them videos, and they give me feedback and just help me to get to the next level.
Yeah, very, very important, that word that you just used, feedback, because many a times, you know, some people can't really take feedback, but it's so important in, you know, your development and your growth. Now, this is something that has been noticed, and I have you here, so I'm going to ask you. Whenever your captain, right, has to contemplate a decision, a review, that's the DRS, you seem to have, and this happens a lot, very dependable advice on what should be done. Whether there was an edge by the batsman or a good LBW appeal. Can you talk to us about that? How do you always get it right?
Well, to be fair, you can't. I've not a great track record. If you ask Craig or Ruston, when it comes to the DRS, they never lost faith in me, but they always teased me about it. I got a few wrong, especially Alzari on my debut. The guy got an edge. I think it was Darren Mitchell got an edge, and I thought it was a pad, and he'll never let me live it down. But I mean, it's really difficult. The ball, it happens so quickly. You have 15 seconds to make a decision, and it's less than a second when the ball either hits the edge or hits the pad, and you have to make a decision if it's going down leg, if it's too high. But yeah, I'm definitely, as a wicketkeeper, the most dependent on that decision, and it's not. I wouldn't say it's a pressure situation, but you don't want to get it wrong. Coming later on in my career, I decided that, you know what, I'm just gonna go with my gut, and whatever it's telling me, I'm just gonna tell Craig either yes or no, or whoever the captain was, just yes, no. I don't think so. I was a little nervous up front, but yeah, it's just a gut thing. And when you're sure, you just be sure, and if you're wrong, accept it.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, what we know is West Indies, they have a couple T20 and ODI stints coming up. Then the team will shift focus to Test cricket with the start of the ICC World Test Championship cycle. That's, of course, under the new head coach, Sammy. What's it like working with Coach Darren?
I haven't had much. I don't think he's ever coached. Been under him as coach. I've played golf with him a few times, which was good. But yeah, if given the opportunity and when selected, it'll be an honor to work under him, and hopefully we can do great things as a team. So yeah, just waiting for that call, hopefully, and whenever the time comes for the opportunity to represent West Indies, I'll give my all.
Yeah, and in June, as we know, the Test team will be battling for that prestigious Frank Worrell Trophy against Australia. That's our 3-match Test series. What we know is it will start in Barbados, it will move to Grenada, and then it ends in Jamaica. I know you said, well, you of course have to wait because you have to wait on selection, and that's what happens to players every series that comes up. But just a quick question on how important are Test matches like these, for players like yourself who love Test cricket?
Really important, especially when you're a one-format player and playing for West Indies. It's always an honor. We don't get as many Test matches throughout the year. I think we have 8, 9 for this year, which is it's not the best to play that many. Some of England and India playing 15, 20 Test matches a year. So when they do come around, it's really important that we try to do our best and we do well, and we continue to win Test matches for West Indies, and hopefully that'll bring the crowd out. Jamaica is a great place to play cricket. I think between them and Barbados, they bring out the most people in Test cricket. The fans aren't always the nicest, but they definitely let us know what's on their mind. But we know at heart they're supporting us, and they just want the best for the team.
Yeah, that's what you get when you go into sport. They'll love you when you do well, Josh, but the moment you do bad, they'll never let you forget it. You spoke about Sabina, and one of the things making the headlines as well, and I did interview Chris Daring about this. The officials are hopeful that Sabina Park will be able to host its first day-night test, and that's when Australia comes here for the 3rd match. Is this pink ball test something you're looking forward to, of course, if given the opportunity?
Yeah, if given the opportunity. I love playing pink ball cricket. Especially I would love to do it in Jamaica because of how hot it is during the day. I don't have a great track record in the heat. Being that the last time I played a test match, I believe the first time I played a test match in Jamaica against Pakistan, it was so hot that I got cramp all over, and it wasn't a great experience. But yeah, Jamaica is probably one of the hottest places in the Caribbean to play cricket. So definitely a day-night test match would be nice in Savannah.
Would you say hotter than Trinidad? Because sometimes when I visit home, I'm trying to figure out which country is hotter.
I would say certain times of the year, I think Jamaica takes the cake. Well, I guess Sabina is just a hot place. Jamaica, probably not all of Jamaica, but Sabina is definitely one of the hottest. I think it goes Jamaica, Guyana, and then Trinidad to be the hottest places in the Caribbean to play.
Okay, I'll take your word for that one. Now, let's talk about the rankings, because whenever people analyze matches or matchups like this, they say, okay, West Indies ranked 8 in Test, in the ICC Test rankings, Australia number 1. So now you're going into this saying, okay, it's going to be a difficult task because you have a number 8 versus a number 1, but it's happening at home. So what would you say? Can you put on your analysis cap and talk to me about that?
Yeah, I would say we're in favour. I think it's Australia to lose. I think everybody's expecting them, so they have more pressure on themselves to get the win, and the series win especially. So for us, it's just, yeah, we just get to play cricket freely. Yes, the fans, and we want to win, of course, but I don't think the pressure is on us as much. And yeah, we just want to do well. I mean, we went in their backyard and won the test match in the Gabba, which was nice. And I still remember that like it was yesterday. It was a great experience. And just to beat them in a test match was great, but to beat them in a series would be even better. So yeah, definitely the pressure will be on them.
So how important is it that the West Indies fans purchase their tickets and get ready to rally behind the squad? Because what we know is our test team will need all the support.
That's for sure. Really important. We need all the support we can get. It drives not only West Indies test team, it drives every team when we see the support from the Caribbean and everybody in the region. So yeah, it's really important that people come out and support us and just show that we're loved. And yeah, we like to feel that way because then we play harder.
It's now time for my favorite part of today's interview. It's what we call here rapid fire time. So Joshua, I'll ask you a question and you have to say the first word or phrase that comes to mind. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Your most memorable moment in cricket?
Beating Australia in Australia.
All right, I feel like that was an easy one. So this one, favorite cricketer?
That's a tough one. Brian Lara.
Yeah, one of the greatest to ever do it. Now, when you're not playing cricket, what are you doing?
Fishing, down the islands, off-roading. I have a few hobbies that I enjoy.
Yeah, sounds like fun. Now, this one, because people always ask me this, what's the best part about being a Trini?
Just the island is so beautiful. We have the best food in the Caribbean. Just Trinidad itself. I think we have so many spots and so much to do in Trinidad that you can never get bored.
Yeah, I mean, what's there not to like, right?
Exactly.
Now this one word to describe the TNT Legions team.
Fantastic.
Oh, wow. I was going to say one word and then you were just like, okay, fantastic. Okay, let me see what you say for this. If you could trade places with a cricketer for one day, who would it be?
Steve Smith. I just want to know how he thinks.
All right, I get that. Now, are you a texter or do you rather call?
A bit of both, depending on who it is.
Okay, I get that. This one. What's your favorite emoji to send to your friends?
I don't know. the one with the little drop on his head is kind of sarcastic. Not sarcastic, but I don't know how to explain it.
I'm not good with emojis either. As a matter of fact, I type like an email, but I'm hoping that the viewers understand what you're talking about.
We hope so.
All right. Who's your funniest teammate?
Amir Jangu.
Really? I thought he was the most fashionable, according to his TikToks.
No, he is, but he also gives you a good laugh when he's ready.
All right. Now, which of your teammates has the best fashion sense?
Amir.
Oh no, I forgot that was the next question. Okay. Well, Josh, let's head across now to social media. Let me see what they've been saying about you.
Oh no.
All right. Let's bring this one up. So, okay, Jason just says congratulations to the Breakout T20 2025 champions, Trinidad and Tobago Legions team. And he's tagging you here, Joshua de Silva. So a lot of love, a lot of support from Jason. Anything to say to him?
Thanks for the support. I think I've seen the name pop up a few times. I'm not on Twitter very often, so
okay.
When I do go on it, it's to see what people are saying about me.
All right, one more. Let's see what we have here. So Tyrell Ordain, red, white and black is the code. Huge congratulations to the Trinidad and Tobago Legions on winning the T20 Breakout Final. This young team led by Joshua de Silva and company have made this country very proud by performing consistently all the way through the final. And we're seeing so many hearts there, Josh. A lot of love from Tyrell Ordain. I think sometimes, and I'm going to ask you to comment on this, you know, cricketers, they do what they do because they love the game, but they forget sometimes how much it means to the fans. It's like, we're playing as well when you win. Yeah,
for sure. To see that, it warms my heart because we know fans are supporting, but to see people actually supporting us and writing about it, it shows a different kind of love. And it's a tough sport. It's really difficult. We try our best each and every time. It doesn't come off every day, but when we do and do well, we like to see the good critics, and we also like to see the bad ones as well, because we know everybody's heart is with us and they just want victories, so we know they're hurting whenever we don't win.
Yeah, I always like to say I'm a fan of the game before an analyst, like that. We live for this, you know, we live for those moments. The one that you said, the special one in Australia, I mean, everybody was fired up for that win. So Joshua, I want to thank you so much for joining me on today's show. I look forward to chatting with you again soon, and I hope I have a reason to chat with you again soon. So let's see.
Thank you very much for having me, and I hope we do have another appointment soon, hopefully.
Yeah, take care. Well, folks, that's a wrap for today's episode on In Case You Missed It. Be sure to like, share and comment, and let me know if you're ready to rally behind the West Indies. Goodbye for now.